Hello,
Hello.
and welcome to Arduino EDUvision episode 03.
Wow, 3 episodes now.
Yes.
How are you, Melissa?
Good, thank you. You?
Good. Good, thank you. Happy for today's episode.
Yes, really excited. And thank
Excited,
you for
yes.
all of you joining the live. You can watch this from YouTube or Facebook. And remember to use the chat to comment and join the discussion.
Yeah. And also remember that we want to know where you are, where you're from, and did you teach or a student? So
Yes.
the
Yeah,
comments.
you can try if the chat works for you and post there where you're from. I'm from Finland. And Roxana, where are you from?
I'm from Mexico. So we want to know where are you from. So
Nice.
put your chats. Yep.
Hello, everyone. Nice. There's from India.
Hello. From India student.
Yay.
From France.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice. Keep on posting. We will read them. But last week we had a great episode. We had we were talking about IoT. We had Sarah as our guest, and actually we had a lot of questions in the chat.
Yeah.
And one of the questions that we didn't really have time to answer maybe was that what are the sensors included in the Explore IoT kit? And you have the IoT carrier there.
Yes, so I'm going to show it. So yeah, Melissa can say which are included. So I will show it here. So,
so the carrier itself has it has a humidity sensor, pressure sensor, light sensor. There's temperature sensor, proximity gesture, accelerometer, gyroscope, and all these are in the carrier itself. But then it also has the Grove connectors, and the kit comes with two external sensors. It has the moisture sensor and the PIR, and the PIR motion sensor. Yes. And if you have some other sensors that have also the Grove connector, you can, of course, use them with the carrier.
Yeah, so just plug and play. So you can extend the kit with your own Grove sensors.
Yes. And if you have more questions or you want to know more about it, you can go to the Explore IoT Kit FAQ. And there's the link.
All the info is there.
Yes.
But what are we going to talk about today?
That's enough of IoT. Today, we're going to talk about the Arduino Engineering Kit Ref 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we recently, we relaunched it because now this is a version number 2, revision 2. So we're going to talk about that today. So it's really interesting what you can do with this kit. Like it's for advanced high school students or college. So it helps you learning the basic concepts of engineering, like control system, model-based design, signal processing, MATLAB, and Simulink programming. So
yeah, and it comes with 3 different projects, and we're gonna show the projects today as well. We're gonna have the product owner Ernesto. He's gonna tell us a little bit about the kit and 2 of the projects, something that is not included in the kit itself, but you can still build with everything that comes with the kit. As well, we're gonna have an interview. We'll have a special guest today, Meeshawn Marathe. He's a technical marketing engineer at MathWorks. And he's focusing on developing and promoting technical content around embedded hardware applications using MATLAB and Simulink tools.
Yeah. So we also have Ernesto answering questions live in the chat. So Ernesto, say hello.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Rox. Hello, Melissa.
Hey.
So Ernesto is a product owner, and he will help us in the chat. So any questions, he will answer. So don't be afraid and ask hard questions.
Yes.
He's so ready.
Yeah. So thank you for helping us.
Thanks, Ernesto.
Thank you.
All right.
I guess we should start with Ernesto's video.
We should. Let's start.
Hi, my name is Ernesto, and today I want to talk to you about the Engineering Kit. The robotics industry is a growing sector that will shape the future of agriculture, automotive, healthcare, manufacturing, and even space exploration. The Arduino Engineering Kit is a hands-on learning tool that covers fundamental concepts of robotics and mechatronics, including control systems, model-based design, image processing, and visual programming. The kit contains everything you need to build and program 3 projects: a self-balancing motorcycle, a mobile rover, and a drawing robot. For example, in this project, you will learn about PD control, modeling the system before deploying it in the hardware, and visual programming with Simulink. The online learning platform will guide you through the entire process. In order to prepare students for real-life environments, we partnered with MathWorks to develop this kit. You will learn how to use MATLAB and Simulink to program and control the robots. I hope you find this interesting, and if you have any questions, just write them down in the comment section during the episode, and I'll do my best to answer them. See you there.
Thank you, Ernesto.
Nice.
So as he said, he's answering your questions. So whatever question you have about Engineering Kit, please write them in the chat using YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah, don't hesitate. And just want to say that we are actually live.
Yeah,
there's some people say we are live for real.
Yes, we are. Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
But then the kit has the Arduino Nano 33 IoT board. It's a super light and small board with a dual processor device that invites for experimentation and allows you to use both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. And today's surprise is a discount code for the Arduino Nano 33 IoT board. Yeah. So if you use the code, if you use the code motorcycle in our store, you get a 10% discount of the board.
On the board, yes. But this code is valid for 22 hours, right?
24 hours, yes.
Yeah. So you can go to the store and buy your IoT Nano 33 board, which is so cool. So yes, it's really nice. Awesome.
But now it's time for our interview.
Yes, let's start with
Let's bring our special guest, Meeshawn. He's an engineer with a master's in engineering with a specialization in control systems and smart materials. Yeah. Currently, he works at MathWorks and is part of the team that developed the engineering kit. So,
yes,
welcome.
Hey guys.
Hello, Meeshawn. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Good, thank you.
And thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Thank you so much.
If we start a little bit with your background, so when you were a student at university, did you work with Arduino during your studies?
Oh, yes. So, but it wasn't until I pursued my postgraduate studies that I encountered, that I came across Arduino. So my very first encounter was while I was pursuing a project in a particular course. So what I was doing is building a hand exoskeleton. And I was looking for a convenient tool to program the DC motors. So that's when I came across Arduino as a very convenient embedded hardware to get started with. So my primary aim was to study the movements of distal fingers, distal joints, and then I was able to program using Arduino, the motors, and study the movements of the joints. So yeah, that was my first experience.
Okay, nice. And you've been continuing working with the hardware and software together from after that also, like using different kinds of hardware, microcontrollers.
Yeah, yes. So actually, my story of microcontrollers started way back during my undergraduate studies. So I came across microcontroller, and the first microcontroller that I came across was 8051. So I started doing different projects based on the different chapters that I was learning. So there was this chapter on serial communication, the basic RS-232 communication protocol. So I just did a project just to understand how RS-232 communication works. So I built an electronic voting machine, and the users could, like anyone could simply push the buttons and it could store the number of votes. And then I could send it serially through the board to a PC and store the data. So that's how I understood how is serial communication working. So that's how I got started with my very first project using microcontroller. Then I moved on to building up a pick and place robot. And then towards the end of my undergraduate studies, I built an ECG acquisition device, which I displayed in Visual Basic, and I did some characterization of the signals, did some abnormalities checking and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's how I got started.
Yeah, nice. You've been doing a lot.
Yeah, that's really interesting. But also you were part of the team that developed the engineering kit. So what do you think, what kind of skills for future career students can learn from the Arduino engineering kit?
Well, so the kit comes with 3 different projects, as Ernesto just mentioned. So you could get started from anywhere from control systems to mechatronics, robotics, image processing, and all these concepts actually they can scale up to real world problems. So that's how you can get started in these kits. So these kits introduce some fundamental problems in these areas of robotics and control systems. And then what students can do is they can appreciate these concepts, and they can scale it to a real life problem. So that's how they can get started.
Yeah, that's really good. And also, what do you think that this tool could help to students and teachers? Because prior, well, I don't know if maybe when you studied, did you have access to this kind of tools? So what do you think?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. So I would have been very happy if I had an Arduino engineering kit during my undergraduate days, because I was very much interested in control systems engineering. And if I had a self-balancing motorcycle, I could have experimented with different control algorithms on that and do some really cool stuff. So what I feel is this kit helps you come out of the actual textbook to the real world, which has some real set of challenges which are different from the ones that we usually come across in our textbooks. So what this kit does is it brings you out in the real world. You can you can validate the theories that you study, and you can see it happening in action. So let's say you design an algorithm to balance the motorcycle, so you can actually see it happening in front of you. So that is the cool stuff that I think the kit brings with. So you can learn so this is basically learning out of textbook, and it prepares you for real world challenges, or at least gets you started with that.
Yeah. Actually, I was talking today with the product owner Ernesto. We saw a video on YouTube with self-balancing motorcycle, but actual motorcycle, not this prototype. They have these, and it's the same concepts that you learn from building this project in the engineering kit that you can then use later on.
That's right.
So it's definitely here. But could you also say a bit about like what are the benefits of using Arduino together with MATLAB or Simulink?
Well, I would say that Arduino, along with MATLAB and Simulink, we could bring the best of both the worlds if we have both of these. So Arduino comes across as a very convenient prototyping hardware. You can get started with it quickly. The code is very simple, and it helps you get started with that. On the other hand, MATLAB is a higher level programming language, which makes programming a little more easier, so that you can focus more on the algorithm part rather than focusing on the nitty-gritties of programming. And then there is Simulink. Simulink is like a graphical programming language, which lets you build your algorithm using block diagrams. So these come across as very convenient to design, and it's very intuitive. So having MATLAB and Simulink together with Arduino, I think we can do wonders.
Yeah, I agree. And
also it's really interesting that everything that we have mentioned, the 3 projects, the step-by-step, MATLAB and Simulink, they're included in one kit. So you don't need to look for anything else. So you work the lessons, the projects, and then you can yourself make some changes or adapt it to whatever you want to learn. So that's also really cool, very powerful.
Yeah, you can continue experimentations with the projects or create something else. Yes, exactly. There's a question from the audience, actually, like
nice.
Which undergraduate degree
do you have?
Meeshawn?
Yeah, so I had an undergraduate degree in instrumentation and control engineering.
Yes, thank you. And if you have any questions, please write them using the YouTube or Facebook chat. Since we already mentioned it, but you've been part of the team developing the engineering kit. So is there some kind of funny moments or some troubleshooting moments that you would like to share with the audience?
Oh, yes, actually. So there are 3 different projects, and the most painful one of them was the drawing robot project. So so actually the drawing robot, it hangs on a whiteboard, and it replicates a drawing for you. So initially, when I was in the design phase, the robot used to just escape outside the whiteboard and just crash land on the crowd. So designing that aspect was really tough, and it was very annoying. It used to fall often, it used to fall a lot many times. So yeah, that was kind of tough. And then when you have the drawing robot in tethered mode, that's when it's connected through a USB cable. So sometimes while making a complicated drawing, it used to fall short of the USB cable wire. So yeah, that used to mess things up for me. Yeah, but then those are the funny moments that you cherish along, and then finally when the algorithm works, then nothing like that.
Yeah, it's like,
exactly. Feels a bit better even when you had some issues on the go.
Yeah,
everything like worth it, right? When you get to that point that everything works, that's great.
Yes.
Yeah,
Awesome.
There are some people asking, like, what is the inspiration for these kinds of projects? You already mentioned that they come from kind of like real world examples, or so the inspiration for why we have a self-balancing motorcycle, for example, or these kind of.
Yeah.
They're from their industry and machines that we can actually see in real world.
Yeah, exactly. Great.
Yes, and for everyone who's watching and wants to know more about Meeshawn, on our remote learning side, we have an article called "Turning Passion for Math into a Career."
Yeah,
so
it's a really nice article, very interesting.
Yes.
So you need to read it.
Yes. Is there something that you would like to add?
It was really nice being here. And if there are any questions, you guys can share my email. I can get in touch with you guys. Yeah, and yeah, happy to be here.
Yes, and if you have any comments for Meeshawn, he's going to stay here also answering the chat. So you have still around 15 minutes to write comments and questions.
Exactly.
That's right.
Awesome.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Nice. That was a really nice interview. Thank you, Meeshawn.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this is such a nice kit, right? So as Meeshawn was mentioning, we also, when we run some workshops or webinars with teachers, they always tell us, I wish I could have this kind of tool when I was a student. So because it makes everything easier. So this kit has done so well that this year it won the BETT Award for Higher Education or Further Education Digital Services. So if you don't know what BETT is one of the most important and biggest events in education technology. So you have people from all around the world to see what is the latest in technology and education and discussing what is going to be the future in education. So we would like to show you guys if you can see. Yes. So this is actually the venue, right, for the award. It was this January in London.
Yes,
so
we were both there. Yeah, we had a booth at the BETT fair, and then the product owner Ernesto is there. Yes.
So all the winners there. And this is the booth that Melissa was telling you. So it's at the Arduino team there, and it's the award if you can see there on the table.
Yes. So we had our Arduino education, or some of our team there, showing our educational kits, and it was really nice to meet a lot of people. If some of you were there, please comment and tell us if you saw us, if you talked to us. It was fun time.
Yeah, it was really good, and these kind of awards like motivate us to keep improving and doing things that helps you with education and technology. So thank you.
Thank you. And now it's time for this week's EDUSpotlight. Leonard is going to tell us a bit more about the Engineering Kit drawing robot that also Meeshawn mentioned before, and it's one of the projects in the kit.
Ever wondered the reason behind the drawing robot's ability to make precise movement and accurately replicate the details of any image? Well, it's none other than the PID controller, which is a control mechanism that continuously modulates the movement of all the motors based on proportional, integral, and derivative terms. This mechanism automatically applies accurate and responsive correction at every position of the motor, which means that the drawing robot can draw anything from a simple doodle to a fairly complex image of a person's face. Why don't you try to replicate Van Gogh's most renowned piece of art, The Starry Night, and find out for yourself if the drawing robot can replicate all the details and even the mood of the painting just as the original work.
As Leonard mentioned in the video, that you can actually decide yourself what kind of image you want to create with the drawing robot, or you can program it to do something completely else. We have one of the images. I think, Rox, you have it if you want to share.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's a Mickey.
Exactly. That's also the robot Meeshawn was telling it was hard to design. Yeah. So it's there.
Yes. So there is one of the images, for example. Then, but if you have the drawing robot, if you have tried out some different images, please share them in our social media. You can use the hashtag Arduino at home.
Exactly.
Or tag us. But we can also see now a video from Ernesto when he explains a bit like how you can experiment with the projects.
One of the things I like most about this kit is its versatility, since it provides all the tools you need to keep on exploring on your own once you have completed the lessons. You can, for example, reuse the electronics to build a different robot, or you can repurpose one of the existing projects to do something completely different. To, for example, what we did with the drawing robot, which we turned it into a tic-tac-toe machine. There is many ways you can explore and keep on building your knowledge.
That's so cool.
Robot can have some character also.
Exactly. It's a very interesting project to watch, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so it's Ernesto was telling me and Melissa the other day that they, like, in order to determine the next movement of the robot, like they implemented a minimax algorithm in MATLAB. So, and to recognize the user's like move, they use color filter from an image that is captured with a camera. That's also, it's a webcam that is also included in the kit. And yes. Also you saw this, like the circles were not perfect, but they put like 8 points or pixels, right?
So that's because
it's not.
Yeah, it's using the 8 points. So the point it was not to create perfect circles. But here you could decide what the robot is drawing. It could draw you smileys there, or it could have some letters or whatever you kind of want. Then you can play against it.
Yeah, you can program it. It's also important to say that the code is there, right? So you can modify it, improve it, or do the code is open. So it's really nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now we have seen demos from 2 of the projects in the kit, and then there's the third one.
The rover.
So this is the webcam controlled rover. And as you can see, it has this color palette because we're using a web camera to detect the direction and position. And this project, so the motorcycle project is using Simulink, the drawing robot is using MATLAB, and this project is actually combining. So it's using both MATLAB and Simulink and also state flow. And it has a little bit of image processing and how to operate with the camera. So all these 3 projects are included in this one kit, and everything that you need for it. You have the learning platform, and then you have all the physical pieces, the hardware, software.
Yeah. And also it's, you can do, again, we were mentioning, and also that Ernesto was mentioning that once you learn how everything works, you can do your own thing. So we had a user that actually made some app with his phone to control the rover. So that's the kind of thing we mentioned, that the code is open, you can learn how it works, and then you can use your own. So then you extend the life of the kit like as much as you want. So that's really good to have this kind of feature that the kit allows you to do. So it's really cool.
Yeah, and yeah, you can find a lot of different projects made of with this same components. You can find some inspiration from internet, even from the project hub maybe, or then you can share if you create your own ones. You would like to see them.
Yeah, actually, Ernesto mentioned there's a YouTube channel at Arduino Engineering Kit YouTube channel. So also you can go there and see what people are doing with the kit.
Yes. And if you want to have this kit, you can find it from our store. But remember that you can also find it from our education partners. Yes, exactly. There's the site. So arduino.cc/education/partners.
Yeah, exactly. So remember that some partners, they have also local activities. So it's interesting. So you go to that list and check what they're doing. So sometimes they run workshops or webinars. So you can also see what they're doing locally. So that's also interesting to watch.
Definitely. And you can find the list also from our remote learning site. So if you have there, you can contact us through the remote learning site. If you have any questions, if you have something that you saw in this episode and would like to know more about, you can of course use that to contact us. And you can find the article, the interview with Meeshawn, and then we have other tutorial videos there.
Exactly. A lot of material to see. So you can take a look.
Yes. So there was a question about the mobile rover, and it comes with a small web camera.
Yeah. So everything that we mentioned, it's included in the kit. Everything you saw in the videos and the slides we show, everything is included. So no worries. You don't have to go and buy extra things. So all is there: hardware, software, and of course support. That's in person. Also important to mention that if you need any support, we have a dedicated team that can help you with any question, any issue you have.
Yes, that's true. And that's it for today. Next week, we will talk about the student kit.
Yes.
Yes, Arduino student kit. How your students can start learning programming, coding, and electronics with Arduino.
Yeah, we will have a teacher, we will have an interview, and so many cool things. So don't miss out that episode.
Yes. See you then.
All
Bye.
right. Thank you.
Thank
have a
you.
nice day.
Bye.